Hello there. Welcome to our episode today on the Medicine Tech Podcast. My name is Gabriel Oke, and today, as always, I have another amazing guest, Anita Orji. I've connected on LinkedIn for a while now. I've seen some of our work, follow some of our posts, so I'm really happy to have her on board. So, good morning, Anita.
Good morning.
All right. So before
Glad
we
to be here.
Yeah, I think you're welcome. So before we start the questions, I would like to read your bio. So Anita Orji is a passionate advocate at the intersection of healthcare and technology, leveraging her skills as a website designer and UI UX. She is a co-founder and CEO of CodeRed, a pioneering platform that offers real-time updates on hospital bed availability during emergencies in Nigeria. With a mission to revolutionize patient care through innovative digital solutions, Anita merges creative design with strategic insight to build user-centric healthcare platforms. You're still a medical student, right?
Yeah,
Oh my.
fifth
I think
year.
that's where we should even start from. So I know medical school is stressful. You know, it's a lot to with your clinical posting, classes and the like. So why are you I don't want to use the word stressing yourself, but why are you going on this UI exam tech adventure? Yeah.
I mean, I've always had like a flair for computers from when I was small. So I just happens to be in medicine. I feel like I didn't get enough career orientation. It's not as if, oh, I'm not flourishing well in medical school. I'm doing quite well, but I just feel, yeah, I should add that to my skill sets. I've experienced the world of coding, developing, and now designing. So it's something that I'm very much interested in. And I just try to see how I could blend the world of tech into medicine. So I'm hoping that's I'm already doing that right now. So I'm hoping that I'm going to get really far with that. So yeah.
What year are you currently in medical school?
I'm fifth year.
Okay.
Fifth year.
So that means you have 2 years more. You one.
Mm, not 2 years.
One
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 and a half
one in Jesus'
years.
name.
Okay. I don't want to stay here longer, please.
Amen. Yeah. So one, then your husbandship, then NYC, and then you do. So I mean, I feel like that makes it possible that you have. So that means you have enough time to, before you even graduate, you have enough time to become so good. So yeah, what does it mean to be a UI UX, and so that we even know the kind of word.
So to be a UI designer, it means that you try to provide solutions that you don't think is the solution, but that you try to solve problems that are that of like the users. Do you understand? So being a UX designer has made me consider psychology in the sense that user psychology in the market space. You try to understand the market, the target you're trying to provide or profile solutions to. So for me, it's just like creating solutions that people really need. You're going to consider so many factors when you're designing, and it kind of made me more open to feedbacks because I mean users are the core of whoever you're designing for or whatever solution you're providing. So that's what it means. So I try to blend creating like beautiful interfaces that are not just beautiful, but try to speak to the users. Yeah, that, that's what it just means to me. Just creating beautiful, creative profiling solutions and all of that.
Okay. I mean, how you got into medical school, you wrote exams and the like. So how did you get into design, website design, and then UI UX, where you're more specialized?
So I would just say that was kind of like circumstances in the sense that I think it was 2019 or 2020, the COVID year, and there was a time when there was like a strike, the ASO strike. And I mean, we had a lot of break, like we had a long break. I think it was like up to 9 months, if not more than. So I really wanted to do something with my life instead of just sitting at home. I'm reading textbooks. You don't even know whether school was going to resume at that time. And I picked up coding. I started learning like the front end, the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and all those kind of stuff. And I found it very like intriguing in the sense that yes, imagine like spending like coding in a language that is not English. You're writing a whole bunch of coding, and you'll be able to like create like beautiful website apps. I think I was using Visual Basic then, and I took a lot of online courses. I found out that this is very interesting. So school resumed, and I was worried that I heard that this would not take a core of my time, like a bunch of my time. And I was trying to re-strategize that. I also wanted to be in this space. I wanted to, make cool cash out of whatever thing I was doing then. And at the same time, I did not want it to distort like my medicine career. I still love medicine till now, even though it's a bit stressful, right? So that was it for me. So I started looking for things that, I want to still be in the tech space, but at the same time, still do medicine as a side or as a main. So that's when I picked up UI UX designing, because I felt like, it's not as technical as being a full stack developer. You get, so I picked that up. Yeah, it's stressful. Sometimes you have some design block, but at the same time, I would not spend hours trying to debug a code, trying to find out, where's the problem in this code and all this kind of stuff. So that's how I got into the design space basically. And ever since then, it has been rewarding for me.
Yeah, I like the word rewarding. Okay, so now to code red. That seems like an interesting idea. So why code red, and what are you trying to do with code red? And have you been successful so far?
So why code red? So I would also like a bit of a background story. So back in, should I say, when I was about to get into clinical school, when I got into clinical school, so over here at in UNILAG is at 400 level, you get into clinical school. So I was so fascinated by the transition from theoretical knowledge, reading the box of textbooks, to having like hands-on practical experience. Dealing with patients and all this kind of stuff. And the emergency room became my home, the accident and emergency unit of Mood here. And I realized that I started spending time here, even at my spare time. I come here, I try to get hands-on experience. I was fascinated by the number of cases, medical cases I could see and solve. So when I come to the accident and emergency unit of Lut, I try to stay at the triage. So for non-medical folks, the triage is where we get to receive patients, and we try to put patients in their respective departments. For example, a patient comes here, you try to assess the case as doctors or medical professional, and you say, this is a surgery case, or this is a medical case, or an O&G case. So what that meant for me is I get to experience patients as they come in to the hospital. You're at the forefront, you're the one at the forefront, you're expressing them, you're expressing their frustrations. So when they come, you see that they arrive and they complain about how they have been to so many hospitals before arriving here at Wood. Some of them cry and beg you because they feel like, like this is the last resort. And most of the time you find out that, there are no bed spaces at the accident and emergency. And as medical professional, we try to communicate back to them and tell them that, why don't they try this so hospital? That was like a kind of a blind referral. If they get to that hospital, what's the guarantee that, that hospital also have like a bed space? Do you understand? So it got bad that quite a number of times that they had to beg, and actuality, when there was no help at that point, there was nothing that could be done. So in all of this, myself and my co-founder, Oluwakemi Fedonyi, we identified that there's a huge communication gap, not just between us as medical professional and the patient, or between healthcare facilities, but also between the emergency seekers, the hospitals, and even the paramedics. And we felt that, we could be able to use technology, in the sense that we could be able to use Code Red to bridge this communication gap. So yeah, that's how Code Red came about.
Okay, so that's quite interesting. Very interesting. But if you're going to maybe talk to an investor, or what will you describe as your main USP now in terms of the core offerings?
I would say the main USP would be the fact that we provide real-time updates. The current technology we're using now is a kind of, we're using real-time update, but we're leveraging on the humans to provide their updates, and also assistive technologies like reminders and all those kind of stuff. And also on the move, we're also integrating AI that can be able to provide real-time updates. So to me, I would sell the real-time update that will provide to emergency seekers that, there's a bed space at the hospital. And also the fact that they have some kind of integrative function like the map. Yes, you are able to check that, oh, there's a bed space in this hospital, how you are going to go there. And one of our strong selling points would be like the search prediction map. And that's like infiltrate AI to, we're able to like provide like predictive analysis based on like historical and real-time updates or activities, sorry to say, based on what we see on our app or based on what we gather from outside our application, like the social media platform. We are able to feed that into like the hospital so that can be able to make informed data-driven decisions as to when they can mobilize resources. For example, we've spoken to like over should I say, some stakeholders in different hospitals. And one of the pain points that we've been able to highlight is the fact that they don't know, they come to the emergency room and most of the time they have to like call doctors to come on board because of the workload that they see. So providing them with like a search prediction map where they can be able to make like a predictive analysis, be able to like solve that problem in respective healthcare facilities. So yeah.
So I mean, let's talk about a little bit of work-life balance because I know you made a student, a founder yourself, trying to make good cash.
Yeah.
How do you survive? How do you thrive?
But I would say like one thing that helped me is the fact that I built like a really good foundation in my preclinicals. Do you understand? So now that I'm in clinicals, it's not like much of a struggle for me. Yeah, it's still very hard, but I don't have to like read so much because yeah, like my tutorial level, training level, I was not really doing anything at then. So I was able to read, get enough knowledge. So now when I see clinical, I don't have to go back to the textbook as much. And I just try to apply what I've learned or what I read very well as at then to what I am seeing now. I mean the patient and all this kind of stuff. So a work-life balance. So most people say that one part will suffer it. Do you understand? So presently, I would say is my job as a UI UX designer that is suffering it because I'm trying to like focus on I don't want to fail, please. So I'm trying to focus on the workload I have in front of me in terms of like academics. And here at the moment, so you just have to like it will not be like a constant fraction in the sense that, I'm giving 50% to this, 50% to that. So sometimes you have to change it. You should look at the certain period. You know that, at this point in time, I'll be writing exams. At this point in time, this course might be hard. So if I don't give it my all at this certain point in time, I might fail and all this kind of stuff. So you just have to put that aside and bring the rest of that's very important.
Okay, okay. So now let's talk about AI because I mean, AI is here to
Yeah.
stay. So now, how are you integrating AI into what you're doing at Code Red and also your UI UX?
So I mean, AI is moving so fast. I love speaking about artificial intelligence and how it's encroaching into different areas of, I mean, healthcare and beyond. So how we're integrating AI into Code Red, I would say I spoke about the search prediction map, the predictive analysis, how we are able to provide insight based on historical trends and what we see presently, the activities that we see presently on our web application. So I think that was one of the strong points or the part where AI is the core of our solution. And each day we're trying to work at the back end to bring that into actualization. So yeah, that is the main point or the main core of.
Okay, let's talk about your motivation. I mean, of course, you have a lot of mentees, I believe. If not, maybe this video will make them go when you post it. But yeah, what would be your advice to someone that wants to, do things like while still in school, they want to do this, or they want to be a founder, they want to be good cash, and they're doing something tedious in school. Maybe not even medicine, maybe something else they're studying very, very.
So I would start with at the back of your mind, we're talking about work-life balance, and it might get frustrating, and especially if you are the head or if you are the head of the team, it might get really, you might learn a lot from handling different personalities or handling different departments in your organization or your startup in quotes. So I would say when building a solution, you have to bring on board people that share the same idea with you. And I'm very fortunate in the sense that I have like a co-founder, Oluwakemi Fedoyin, and she's very proactive. She shares the same ideas. She shares the same pain point with me as regards providing solution with Code Red. So bring on people that share the same, how should I put it, story with you, or the same idea, or the same pain point, or see the same problem in whatever field you're trying to solve. Don't bring on people because, oh, you say, this is my friend. You might see yourself engaging with people that are strangers. So bring on people that you know that, oh, this person will be of help. This person will be able to provide solution, will be able to carry the idea as their own, because it is actually their own as they come into the team. And if you're providing solution in health tech or healthcare, you should be able to prepare your mind for the fact, in fact, that data is fragmented. So you have a lot of issues with the market and the gap, or the gap in the market. You want to prove that, oh, there's actually a gap in the market by doing like a market research, all this kind of business, the business world. So the data, especially in our country, is very fragmented. So you might get frustrated when you're trying to do your research and prove to certain investors or whoever you're pitching to that, oh, this is actually a problem. Because if you start, providing like a real like experience that, oh, this is a problem. It was not until a few months back that we were able to prove that, oh, that the solution, the problem that we're trying to solve with Code Red is like a huge gap, because we saw people testifying to the fact that the emergency room, there are no bed space, the time that it takes them to move from one hospital to another, and with the very unfortunate situation that happened with this, I think the CTO of Bomba. I don't know what I heard about that. I saw people on Twitter trying to like express their pain points of how they carried the guy, may so rest in peace, to different hospitals and all this kind of stuff. We took we leveraged that situation, because we always said, oh, this is actually a problem. And yeah, I think these are the two advice that I would give um, anyone that's trying to venture into
Yeah. So
being a
yeah,
founder
thank
while.
you. I understand point. I think I heard the story as well. Then I was so sad. I didn't hear the at the time it happened. It was later on when I was
Yeah,
starting to farming. So
yeah,
so
it's a very sad
sad.
situation.
Anyways, this will be my last question, or maybe second to the last. So, what should we expect from Anita or Jane? The ones you can share, because I know, you're quite ambitious, which is very good. Um, what
Mm.
what are the things we should expect from you in the coming years, from Codred and from either your medical side and away from your drug design side? Then for people to follow you,
Mm.
investors, whatever you need that, because I don't know where this video will get.
Oh yeah. So what we're expecting from Kudret is, so we're at the moment we're trying to get the feature out there like in stages. So yeah, we're putting our USP at the core front of it, and trying to sell it as quick as possible to our users, which are the emergency seekers, the hospitals, and other people, the stakeholders, as the case may be. So presently, we're currently doing our onboarding process at Booth. So what you would expect from CodeRed would be expanding into the market. We are trying to hammer on that, and also trying to reach out to population that might seem like non-inclusive, in the sense that, yeah, there are a lot of, because the core of our technology is in the internet, and we've noticed that the internet penetrance rate is not quite favorable. So with CodeRed, we're trying to like put in features that would not require like a high bandwidth when it comes to network connectivity. So we're also looking at that. So just experience in the next 1 year, just expect like a huge growth from CodeRed. So from me, and apart from the health tech part of it, I'm very much interested in creating businesses, online businesses that flourish in the online space. So I deal with websites specifically. Hopefully, I get to expand into mobile apps. At the moment, because of we're speaking about work-life balance or previously. So I try to expand into mobile application and the rest of it. So you expect content that speaks or that explains how you can create beautiful websites and also reach the right users or the right consumers or the right people, as the case might be. So yeah, I specialize, just like me selling myself. I create websites that flourish in the online space. So you don't just get like beautiful websites, you get website that actually converts. Do you understand? They actually convert. So yeah, that's what you're expecting from me. And also trying to, apart from Codewell, I see myself trying to bridge the gap between healthcare and technology in any means possible, collaborating with organizations, collaborating with healthcare facilities to see how, and possibly the government, hopefully they get to see this video, to see how we can bridge this gap, because the digital healthcare system is flourishing. Yeah, so yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Anita. I think we've had enjoyed our discussion. Very great.
Yeah, same here. Thank you.
I wish you all the very
Yeah,
best in your exams and you're making cash as well. And
thank
not to
you.
forget as well. Okay,
Yeah, well done with what you're doing too. So,
thanks. Thanks. Yeah, next time. Bye.
yeah, bye.
Yeah. So thank you very much for joining us today on this podcast. Till next time, I mean Gabriel. Okay. Yeah, I had Anita today and it was really, really amazing. I know you've learned one or two things. Share, like, subscribe. Next time, Gabriel.